Hello, music listeners, underground enthusiasts, and people who have an additional monitor that they solely use for Spotify. It's a weekly songs list video. We're back. We're going to talk about songs that we listened to this week, and we're going to pretend like it's not Tuesday. We're going to pretend like it's Monday, or preferably Sunday, that I'm releasing this video. I'm good at procrastinating. I have found that out recently. So without further ado, let's talk about some songs, as we've done like 8 times by now. It has been that long since I started the channel, huh? Like 3 months maybe? We're at our quarter of a year anniversary. So I will be doing nothing in celebration. Starting off, we have Aries with Snake Eyes. So I know that a very specific group of people will not be happy to learn this, but I don't really listen to Aries. It's not because I dislike Aries. It's not because there's just something that doesn't do it for me. I just never really took the time to dive into the discography. And yes, I know, how can I boast a voice of the underground when I don't listen to one of the most popular independent artists? I'm not sure, but I'm starting to now. First and foremost, Snake Eyes rocks, and for me is an amazing and impressive formal introduction to an artist, and I'm guessing how great of a treat this is for long-term fans this might be. Snake Eyes blends alternative rock with the modern sounds of distorted bedroom pop and fine-tuned compression that you would maybe find on a hyperpop track. The production from Aries, Wyatt Otis, and Pharaoh Vice is comprehensive and intelligent, with the super slick guitar riffs floating across the track's environment, while insistent upbeat drums help maintain this punchy sound. The electric, plucky strings and saturated chords skyrocket the chorus a little close to anthem territory, but additional elements are sprinkled in throughout the track to expand upon the already energetic atmosphere as well. Very briefly are we shown some spacey keys that pulse in and out to fill some melodic space, and although I think they are sparse, I do believe that their inclusion is important for the, vibe of the track essentially. And that's just on the production side of things, because Aries' vocal delivery and lyrics here are immensely fun. His steady mid-range vocals shoot out pretty quickly, but stick around long enough to appreciate the deep timbre of them, and pair this with the occasional shift to a falsetto, and we have somebody who has range and knows how to intelligently use it. I genuinely really love the vocal delivery here. The mix boosts every nice quality of Aries' voice while he half shouts about disingenuous people and the trust that he has put in others. The song as a whole is incredibly cohesive. It's pretty bulletproof in most aspects. And then we have a new Oni Boy track with Yellow. Every Oni Boy song I listen to crushes me for a different reason, and to me, it seems to be a rare occurrence to reach this level of authenticity and raw emotion in a track or sound like this, because not only is Oni Boy's writing style vulnerable, but the organic and somewhat raw vocal mix only reinforces the talent and driving horse behind Yellow. And that isn't to say the vocals aren't mix, but the natural sounding mix gives us the emotional cracks and beautifully delivered notes in their raw, unconsolidated form. And the straightforward and simple guitar beat from AC here gives us even more room for Oni to harmonize and croon in full display. The guitar is reserved but also very pretty, and is such a great foundation for Oni Boy to build upon. The song is about abandonment and change, seeing somebody move from a relationship while the other person is stuck in place, unsure of how to move forward. This song hurts, and I would be mad about it if it wasn't so good. Up next, we got Swazy with Joakim. Joakim is an electronic epic that crams as much detail and energy possible into a 5-minute runtime. The production is abrasive and upfront and provides a choppy, wobbly, wavy, panicky vibe all in one package, and sometimes just sort of riffing off of these dubstep breakdowns and sharply structured percussion. But there is a method to the madness. All of these chaotic components are, very intentional, of course, and crafted in a way that isn't too hard to follow. The brash synths stutter in and out of the beat, filling up so much space without it being too much space. And Swazy's aggressive, choked up vocals serve as a great catalyst for all of this energy, relentlessly throwing out lyrics about isolation, tumultuous emotional states, and a sense of self-disappointment. This is an impressive track that gives you what you give it. I'm happy to say that we have a new fats'e song that recently released with Unconscious on Your Driveway. Similar to the last time that we talked about fats'e on the channel, we are greeted with clean, smooth guitar riffs paired with hyper-intense breakchord drums, resulting in a combination that recently I've really grown to love and appreciate. Let me tell you right now, I'm gonna say it like it is. These guitar riffs are gorgeous. They are gorgeous, slick, and impressive. They kind of like effortlessly glide across the track. I am in love with the tone and resonance of them. They are wonderful. This track has a lot of really amazing atmospheric elements as well that really play into the strengths of fats'e's voice. The overbearing and muddy synths during the bridge reverberate and shake the entire mix with a bassy wave pulsing under it that creates a pretty cinematic and emotional sound. And after this resounding and impactful break, the track jumps right back into the tight production with the guitar riffs and the breakneck speed drums. And I love fats'e's vocals on this. His vocals have historically been incredibly clean and delivered with a certain steady cadence that never seems to really waver, and on this track that is also the case, but there is a certain subtle element in them that results in an ever so slightly more processed sound. It's a really small difference. I mean, who knows, maybe I'm even imagining it. It's that small. But I notice it, and it feels like a slightly different mix from normal. And it really works well for this sound, especially playing into the more spacey and dampened elements of the track. There is also this warbly and kind of wet melody that stutters around the environment of the track towards the end of the song, whose instrument I cannot quite identify, but I love nonetheless. I am happy to see fats'e going forward with the sound. I think it's a really great harmony of what fats'e is best at and known for predominantly, but also new creative risks that have honestly been really paying off. You know, you should always push the boundaries of what you do, and I think that on this track, fats'e is doing that with his sound. And then we have Thayerperiod with Postmortem, which is a track that I have been waiting excitedly for ever since it was announced, and I am very happy to say that the wait was worth it. Thayerperiod has gone through a sequence of creative transformations over the past few years, building an eclectic and stylish sound that exudes a ridiculous amount of personality and talent. Digicore, hyperpop, glitchcore, cloud rap, all mixed in with these bouncy pop melodies and Thayer's auto-crooning that create a fun and kind of somewhat cheeky sound that Thayer can confidently call his own. And Postmortem combines Thayer's charming personality with his unique and catchy production, and the chorus sounds like a dark word association game, showcasing this combination in full effect. With the super distorted and punchy 808s sitting under climbing and falling synth melodies that are just as bright and as airy as Thayer's layered vocals, it's a fantastic sound that I really love. I have been following Thayerperiod for quite a while, ever since Honeybee about 3 years ago, and his growth as an artist climbing to a rank of his own has been one of the most entertaining to watch. And then we have thatcherblackwood with Laurel. The defining word for this song is atmosphere. Maybe immersion, but atmosphere. One of the two. Because the structure of this song is crafted in a way that feels like an expansive environment. It's ethereal, building up one of my favorite sound designs in a song that I have heard this year. It is folky and remains grounded through those influences, but all throughout the track are small quirks that combine to elevate the sound of the song. One-off piano melodies, sound bites of nature and birds, digital beeps, and then violin passages all work together to build on top of each other until this grand angelic sound is achieved. And thatcherblackwood's vocal performance here is kind of stunning. It really is. It keeps you engaged throughout the 6.5-minute runtime with these beautiful harmonies, emotionally shouted verses, and sweet falsettos that croon flawlessly over the instrumental. And the back half of the track almost entirely detaches from the soft acoustics of the first half and dives into a punchy and intense amalgamation of distorted kicks, rambling synth notes, and overbearing 808s. It's an incredible energetic peak for the track. The writing is detailed and interesting, delivered with a passion that can only spark from a true love for this sound. It's not poppy, and it's certainly not upbeat, but this is the song of the summer. Absolutely gorgeous. Underscores has released a track called Cops and Robbers. It is a hyperpunk narrative about a bank teller who is caught for embezzling money. Chaos ensues. The pitched, saturated vocals work incredibly well with the crunchy guitar and crashing percussion, and honestly, I love the narrative aspect of this track. It's a bit goofy and fun, and delivery is key in that regard. And it's not an easy track to pull off, but Underscore's charisma and charm really sell the story, really sell the sound. And the chorus on this, it kind of bangs. The chorus on this bangs hard. It is so energetic and catchy and cleverly written, and just, it's really fun. You know, if Laurel by thatcherblackwood, if the word to describe that was atmosphere, then this one is fun. It's a fun song. It's really cool. I find it difficult to properly describe why I love this song so much. So, you know what? I highly recommend just going and listening to it. That is the only way that you're going to really understand why I like this song so much. And to end things off, we have Clouds by Cherryrizla. And this track has only about 20 seconds of vocals packed into its 48-second runtime. It's a short song, but honestly, the fuzz of the vocals and the acoustic guitar that is all but drowned out by the dominating percussion makes for a really cool short experience of a song. It's nice, and although it cuts off rather abruptly at the end with no warning, what is presented is some really good writing and an interesting vocal mix and production that I would like to hear more of. Despite its length, and maybe despite the capacity to further explain and discuss the lyrics here, what is presented is really good. I don't really mind that this song is less than a minute long. I think it's pretty good. So that's going to do it for this week. I'm going to try something new this week that I wondered if it would be a good idea. So we're going to try it. In this green box to the right of my head is going to be some honorable mentions, some songs that I listened to this week that I thought were pretty good. I couldn't quite fit into the discussion of the week, but I still think are worth going to and listening. So go listen to those tracks if you liked any of the songs on here, or if you like any of the songs that I have previously expressed enjoyment of. And that's going to do it for the week. Catch me next week where I might post a video on time. Bye.